welcome to Vlogmas. On today's episode of Vlogmas, we are going to be talking about things you need to do before you get engaged or just after you get engaged. Okay, because I feel like mostly before, because some people I'm just like, what is going on? What happened to you? Did you put not have a discussion? Did you put not know each other like that? Because I don't get it. What is happening? Okay, so the very first thing that I'm going to talk about, and for me this one is usually really important, is basically setting boundaries. I feel mostly, especially the guys, you have to set your boundaries before you even go to propose to somebody's child. Okay, set your boundaries. And when I say set your boundaries, I mean like set your boundaries with your friends, set your boundaries with your family, set your boundaries with people around you. Because I know a lot of cases where somebody would go and propose to a girl, get married to the girl, and then he wants to start setting boundaries, be the girl or the boy. They want to start setting boundaries when they are in the marriage. Let me say the girl or the boy. Even myself, I do not set boundaries. You see, you want to set boundaries when you are already in the marriage, and now the people in your life, they don't seem to understand, because they're like, it could just create enmity for no reason. Because a lot of people will start blaming you, like, why didn't you tell us this thing before? Why are you telling us this thing only now? Why are you telling this thing only now? It's because of that your wife, it's because of that your husband. They are controlling you, they are this, they are that. So when you are dating somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody, and you start seeing that, okay, I want to marry this person, okay, especially for guys, because in Africa, in our society, it's mostly the guys that ask. Okay, the guy, or if sometimes even you, a woman, being in a relationship with somebody, you can know when he starts looking towards the marriage zone, so you can start setting your family in order. You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be bad in any way. You just start setting them in order, because you just tell them, okay, you see now, you tell your parents, you see now, mama, I'm here like this, I might be getting married anytime. When I get married, just know that my wife and I will be making the decisions in our house. If we feel like we want to tell you, we will tell you. You have to learn how to stay off our business. So you have to, like, you start telling people in your family, you know your family best. Your family could still be the fun family who laughs and plays a lot, and you just know how to tell them. Like, you just use style and you tell them, like, this is how it's going to be, this is how we have decided for it to be. It's either you respect it or you not respect it, but this is how I want it to be, so that it avoids you that stress when you get into a marriage. Boom, you start talking, no, I don't want things like that. They start saying, oh, is your wife influencing you, is your husband influencing you? This is something that I feel is really important. And for me, if you are a mommy's boy or a daddy's girl or whatever, if your parents are still controlling you, if your parents are still the ones telling you what to do, how to do it, what, you have no business getting married. Because I can tell you, and I can tell you straight, they will be interfering in your marriage. So this is why I say it is always really important for you to cut that link before, I tell you, before you even think of trying to get into an engagement, preparing for a marriage and all that. This is something very important. If you are dating now and you're thinking of getting married and you have not done it, it's something that you have to start doing. I've talked to girls who are getting married and they're like, oh, I cannot tell my mom this thing, I'm afraid. I cannot tell my mom that it's my house. I cannot tell my mom that you want my mom to kill me. Like, if you are feeling that way, go back, go shoot off your mommy house. You are not yet ready for marriage. When you are ready, you have to be able to stand and tell your mom. I'm not asking you to be rude to your parents, so I beg you. I'm not rude to my parents, I'm not rude to anybody's parents, but you just have to learn how to tell your parents in a respectful manner. Like, I understand you, because most of the time they are interfering not because they just want to interfere. They are interfering because they care. So you want to ensure that you talk to them and tell them, this now is my business. I don't have to be telling you every single thing that's going to be happening in my life. If I feel like telling you, I will. If I don't tell you, you have to understand that I am moving in with this man or with this woman, and we are going to have our own family. We will not need you to be poking your nose. If we need your advice, we will come to you. guys, I feel like I'm talking too much, but I don't know how to emphasize how important this is, because like I said, if you are still that person whose parents are telling them what to do, they are controlling you, don't do this, stand here, go there, you're not ready for marriage, go and sit down. When you're finally cut your navel from your parents, then you can think of getting married. The next thing I'm going to talk about, share your wedding ideas. Like, talk about your wedding with your partner immediately you people get engaged, right? Talk about it. Some people get to talk about it before, but if your husband or if the people have not really talked about it, it's okay. When you get engaged, the first thing, you don't have to add A, B, C, nobody. You and your partner have to sit down and talk about, oh, this is how much we have for our wedding, this is how we want our wedding to be. We want 10 people, we want 5 people, we want, like, you people have to sit down and have that discussion, because it's really important. You sit down, you have that discussion with your partner, and then after having that discussion now with your partner, you can now carry it to your parents. Because the thing is, where a lot of people, I've seen a lot of wedding planning that gets so stressful because they stop noise. I've seen a lot of wedding planning that becomes so stressful because, one, when they just engage a girl, you people never had anything to discuss. The girl just goes to the mom, and the mom starts forming her own ideas. I wonder we should do this, I wonder we should do that. The guy goes to his own family, we wonder it should be like this. You don't want that. You and your partner, you're the ones getting married. You are the ones who know your pocket. You're the ones who know how you want it to be. It's simple. I can remember when I was getting married, it got to a point I was just like, if my mom tells me, Kenan, we want this thing, I'm like, mommy, it's okay, oh, now money lack. If you have the money, you add it. If you don't have the money, we don't have the money to do that, you get, because there's life after marriage. If my mom-in-law says, oh, this is the one that is nice, I'm like, mama, will not give me money, but if you have your money to do the thing, what is my own problem there? Do the thing, I don't care, you get. So you want to sit down with your partner and discuss that before you're thinking about, oh, let me go and let me go and start telling my parents. Next thing I'll tell you to do after you get engaged is, please come and set a time frame. Ladies, this is for you. Don't become Lord of the Rings. When a man tells you, I want to marry you, he puts that ring on your finger. Ask him, uncle, this engagement is for how far? Is it for 2 months, 1 month, 1 year? How long? Tell me, let me hear. No boy should engage you and then he's telling you, no, just wear the ring first, we're going to see. Somebody just rang my bell. Somebody rang my bell. Okay, guys, so like I was saying, don't become the Lord of the Rings. If somebody is engaging you, my dear sister, there's nothing wrong. A lot of us feel sometimes bad, like the pressure to get married so much that somebody just give you a ring and it's like, we'll see how far. We'll not be see how far. If you want to see how far, don't give me a ring. It's okay, let's be dating. When you are ready, yeah, we can talk about it. If possible, you should set your date, because for me, I would prefer that you don't put, because putting a ring on somebody's hand, right, it gives pressure. The family starts asking, okay, so when? So it's preferable that you don't even give the ring. Don't give the ring at all. Let me know that, okay, I'm single, I'm not gay boyfriend, and Myra, shut up. It's preferable for me to know that, okay, I don't have, I'm dating, I just have a boyfriend, not to know that fiance. Because when the word fiance enters into the situation, they are expecting a date, they start pressuring you, they start disturbing you. So don't come and be giving people's ring and telling them we'll see. If you want to see, go shoot the way you don't finish see, you come and you give her the ring. Okay, so that's something you want to talk about. So you could as well take the ring. When you talk to the guy, you see that this guy, he's just ranting and talking in the air, you give him back his ring and you're like, auntie, uncle, it's okay. You put discuss. If he's like, okay, in 3 years, you're like, no, you want to just tie me down, you don't want. If you think you can wait, okay, but you should discuss the time frame. Thing that I feel you should discuss even before getting engaged is your finances. Finances, not regarding budgeting for the wedding. Finances as in, I know people who have gotten married to other people, who have engaged and got married to other people who have so many debts, they have stress and things like that. You want to sit with your partner and discuss, okay, this is how much I make, how much do you make, how are we going to live on this money, how are we going to manage our finances and all that. That is something very important. Who is responsible for what when it comes to finances? That's an important discussion you can have, so that if you see something that is not working for you, you can just quietly move on. The next thing that you're going to talk about is your career. You want to tell your partner, okay, this is what I want, these are my dreams, this is where I want to be. I just want to stay home, chopping life, no work. I want to work here and make money. I want to do this, I want to do that. Okay, so that the person that is getting married to you has it in mind that, okay, this is the kind of job that this person wants. And if you people see like it's not going to work, you have a chance to walk out. Because I know there are a lot of dishonest people. You could still tell the guy, I want to be this, and the guy agrees because he feels like, oh, I'm just in love with her and I just want her to marry me, I don't want to tell her. Then when you get married now, the guy starts disturbing you. But for me, what I feel is the fact that we had talked about it and you had accepted, you will not have anything to tell me. Yes guys, I can be very stubborn if I choose to be. So that is it. You want to talk about that because it's really important. The next thing is the number of children. You want to discuss, okay, we want 10 children, we want 15 children. There are some boys who want 12 children. But for me, this particular one about children, it just depends. There's some people who this topic really means a lot to them. So bringing it up, you can figure out whether this is that person that really means a lot. Because I can remember when I was getting married to my husband, he said he wanted 5 children, and I was like, I beg, I want 2. But we still got married now, and as years go by, we are compromising, you see. But if you are marrying that man who is like,
I want 7 children, a better guy, if I don't get 7 picking with you, I'll go and have it with Auntie Megan, Auntie Priska, Auntie this one. I must have 7 children in this life.
If you see that is that kind of case, until you want to decide, either you give birth to the 7 children, or you will dash the uncle to one of those aunties so that she can give him the 7 children. It is really important. The next thing and the last thing I'm going to talk about is how to fight. I know some people will be like, how to fight? How? Yeah, it's important for you to discuss how you fight. Okay, there are certain things that you do when you're mad. It's true that you will not follow it because there's sometimes that you get really mad when you're not thinking, but it's important for you to discuss how to fight. Like, okay, I know couples who say things like, okay, no matter what happens, we are not going to sleep angry at each other, no matter what happens. So you have to solve the problem. Or no matter what, how much we fight, we cannot go to bed without cuddling. We will cuddle. Even if I'm angry at you, we will cuddle. You get just things like that. You just discuss. You're like, just have that discussion with your partner, because it's really, really important for you to discuss how you fight. Because there are some people who fight and they fight really dirty, so you want to talk about it. And you know your partner by then, you already know their lengths. You want to discuss about it. There are certain things that when you say, when you're mad at me, that really hurts me, it breaks my heart, I don't like hearing them. So we have to avoid saying this type of words to each other. We have to avoid doing this type of things when we're mad. We have to avoid, like, it's important. You see that when you do things like that, okay, it helps. I've even seen couples who fight, they're angry, like, okay, one person is really angry and they had promised that we're not going to raise our voices at each other, and once the other, like, okay, I start raising my voice at my husband, and my husband will just remind me like, Kenna, no, you're shouting. Remember you promised that you were not going to shout. Sometimes, even though you're really angry, just hearing your partner say that to you, you're going to remember and you're going to calm down, if you're a reasonable person. Because there are some people, when they vex, they don't vex. But anyway guys, that is just it. I feel like these are some things you need to do before and after you get engaged. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you have more points, let me know. If you don't agree with me, let me know. You agree with me, let me know. Thank you very much for watching today's video, and I'm going to see you on my next one. Love you. Bye.